red jacket, you glad you dug my jive.
Have some of this hidey ho with me. Have some nicotine, it's a scream and it's free. Have it in your food, you can have it with your tea. As you're thinking and you're pondering and wonder what it be. Hidey ho is a Cowboy vibe. Where you're hip and you're clean and you ain't taking no drive. Speaking of jive, I think I was on the label that was a long time ago.
All right, welcome to Mount Hood Cigars. We have another podcast for you guys. How are you guys doing today?
I am wonderful.
Yeah,
How about you, Doc?
What was the question?
I'm doing fabulous today.
Fabulous!
And it's a little over a year, but we're at the 1 year kind of anniversary of Sinistro's last Cowboy, the limited edition.
16 months.
We did this a year ago. This was one of the best cigars we had on the podcast, and they just did another release. In fact, I got the box, 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. We've got a whole bunch. So right behind me, you can see there's boxes, got lots of them. They're all numbered, which is pretty cool. This one is, for example, 239 out of 400. I do have a 22 out of 400, so that's my lowest box. These don't come hinged or clasped, so you actually have to open these up. They're nailed, if you can kind of see. But you kind of got to pry them open.
Does it come with a hammer?
No. You said that last time. And this inside, it kind of looks like dynamite sticks. It's a box of 14, so it's 7. It's 2 bundles of 7. And if you kind of look at them, look like dynamite sticks. They're fabulous.
We gonna blow some shit up.
So let's get these lit up, guys.
Right, let's do it. Stick of dynamite.
Dynamite sticks. Again, they did not take my advice last time. They wrapped it in construction paper. So,
What are they supposed to have done?
I
Smells
don't know,
good.
vinyl or something cool. Some cool vinyl wrap or plastic wrap or like a
What are you doing
tubo.
taking a selfie during a podcast?
I'm doing a snap right now. Because there's people
It's
out
a
there
clip
who
it,
give a
dude.
damn.
It's a clip it.
It's a clip it. We don't do reels.
Oh, clip it.
Oh,
Good.
guys, this is thicker construction paper than last year. So they
That
did an
sounds
upgrade.
Like OCD to me. Like you seriously are like that's.
This is
that's
thicker. I can
thicker
tell.
paper.
Do you want me to get the last year's? Want to check it out? Want to see?
I really don't think that our viewers really
Care? Oh, okay, all right. Well, I do. Oh, they put a band on this one.
What the hell? Mine doesn't have a band.
Dude, it pulled off inside.
You know,
I have
it-
not seen a band before.
there
All
we go.
right. You got a band in there?
Yeah, it looks like it's stuck
Got
in
taken off of the construction paper.
I want my band.
Give me
There
my
it is.
band. You got it.
I got a band on my finger.
All right, so let me describe what we got here, or what Sinistro's come up with. It's called the Last Cowboy Limited Edition, 225 version. So it's going to be a little bit, well, they say it could be a little different, but it's a Connecticut broadleaf Maduro wrapper. So that's the wrapper. It's a Mexican San Andreas binder, and then it's got Dominican and Nicaraguan tobacco for the filler.
I think this is going to be an amazing cigar.
I agree with you.
Which I've had one already, so it is an amazing cigar.
I'm just excited there's a band on here. I don't know if there's bands on the last year's. I don't think so.
I don't remember. No.
No, because unless they all came off with
what-
this.
yeah, I was
To
thinking
be honest with you, I bet you they all came off just like that. Because
Now I wanna check
I
Jake's.
slid off the paper on the one I smoked earlier,
Okay.
and I never saw a band before.
All right. Yeah.
So that's interesting.
So everybody out there, they have cigar bands on the Last Cowboy Limited Maduro. So,
Those are a collector's item band because
Yeah.
no one's ever seen them because they stick to the paper.
and if you've got the 2024 one, you've got money.
Now,
No,
if those
just kidding.
bands were labeled, now
Yeah.
that'd be something special.
It would be cool. I'd have to see last year's to know. But
All right. So we have this nice wick.
oh, it smells so
on
good.
the cigar. So we're gonna light this wick and see if it goes boom.
Yeah.
Here comes the boom.
Yeah, you need to go a little like, here comes the boom.
I'm gonna say this is thicker construction paper than last year. I'm just gonna go out there and say it.
It's
It's
probably
on record now.
All right, let's light these bad boys up and see what happens.
V cut.
Is it gonna burn the whole wick through? It's a slow burning wick.
Oh yeah.
I got a dud.
It's not sparking over there.
Not sparking.
And I'm gonna talk to Jeremy about that. It'd be neat to put just like a hint of gunpowder. That way, when you light it, it goes. Oh shit! Just a little. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
Just or actually make this an actual an actual like a firecracker lighter.
Yeah, right.
It's not tied to anything, so.
Pull mine out.
You get some big fingers, dude. Ooh, weird, long fingernails too. Why do you have long fingernails?
Because I didn't cut them today like I was planning on it.
Ugh, that's creepy.
That's probably why I wear the gloves.
Yeah, where are your gloves? What is going on
Man,
here?
I haven't started lighting up yet. Chill
Jeez,
out.
man. We were here for half an hour getting ready.
I got the gloves in my crotch right now. They're getting ready to be pulled out.
Oh,
Oh,
that
thank
is
you.
lovely. You need a light.
I mean, it's fine. I'm kind of waiting for Rue to catch up.
Let's watch Doc light this bad boy up.
All right, here we go.
I should watch Chris do it.
Yeah, me first.
Tell you what, it's a bit of an oily wrapper.
It is.
You know, and it's dark.
I don't think.
Get that bad boy going.
Fully lit? Keep talking. Be right back.
Not quite. It's a little light there. Doc, let's see you get your lid up there. Are you messing around with that wick there?
Yep.
What are you getting on that coal pole there, buddy? People aren't wanting to look at your juggler, so put your head down.
I was focusing, man.
When this doctor focuses, he looks really funny. Oh wait, he's just a chiropractor. I don't know if we want to give him the term doctor.
I'm not a real doctor.
No, he's a bone doctor,
And now I'm a joint.
a joint. I see. What are you getting off that coal pole?
Kind of a earthy note. But it's got something like we always talk about, like a raisin, plum, grape. It's got something there, but I can't place it. But actually, it's pleasant.
Well, I got the cigar lit. It's got nice flavors coming right off the startup. It's coming in kind of a little bit of a cocoa kind of chocolatey notes on this. We're getting some pepper for sure. And right now, it's burning a tad bit uneven, but that could be just because the way that I lit it. So I'm going to touch this up just to make sure it's burning evenly. And now that a customer is done, Chris can join the party again.
I'm back.
Let's let Chris light this up and see what he thinks on the
Wait,
light.
you were gone?
Not really. You were thinking.
No, my presence has always
Is that
been
what
here.
it was?
Yeah.
Because my
Didn't
spirit's
realize
always
that
been
you
here.
were thinking.
Oh, okay.
What is it? Oh, he's wearing a Patriot glove. I'm sorry for all you people out there. He is just
Yeah.
obsessed with things that cheat and lose.
Things that deflate.
Yeah, deflate game.
You can't really dog on the Patriots anymore. Brady's gone. Belichick's gone.
We still can because he likes them.
Just because of that. Can we just bash on the Chiefs? Let's just be all Chief bashers.
I'm okay being a Chief
Yeah,
basher.
let's be a cheap basher.
Well,
There we go.
They're
in your division, right?
Chief basher, not actual Chief basher.
Right.
Kansas
Quick
City
question.
Chiefs.
Or quick.
What are you thinking there,
Well,
Mr. Chris?
yeah, so far, when I first took a pull, it seemed like it was super tight. That's because we had a closed end and it had a pigtail in the end. So, yeah, there was no pull. After it burned through, it's got a beautiful pull.
It does
So,
have a good pull. I actually pulled my wick off early just so I could light it up.
Yeah, I had to pull mine a little bit early too, just because it was.
I burned mine off.
I burned it down to the end, and then I flicked it off before I actually started puffing on it because I didn't want it to like fall in my lap, hot. So, Doc, tell us about your cigar there. What are you getting off the light up here? You getting some heavy pepper notes from that retrohale there?
Actually, I'm getting some pepper. Is that toffee that I'm getting?
Toffee, huh?
That's a
A toffee flavor.
Yeah, I see that. And part of it is because I think one of the scotches has a toffee note in it.
Okay.
And it just kind of has that on the forefront of my mind, but it seems to be a possible note.
Why don't you tell us about the different choices you brought for alcohol today?
Yeah, what do we got to pair with? Well, I'm working on
I'm sorry, he's
Colonel
a little
E.H.
slow.
Taylor.
So you're drinking, you said
E.H.
Taylor?
Yep. Small batch, Colonel E.H. Taylor. And I actually really like this. I've had this before, but it's a pretty good pairing
So
right now.
now that I can talk, so after I got sent the pairings and what would go best, I actually picked out a couple scotches today because it pretty much said either a kind of a dark or darker bourbon with more like vanilla caramel flavors, or scotches that are more of like a robust single malt, to include also now rums that have aged, basically, would be good. So anyway, I'm in kind of my scotch phase, and so I started looking at some things, and I'm not ready to drop $100 for a bottle yet. So I started looking, and one of them is Singleton. So I got that one, which has notes of honey, fresh fruit, and hints of toffee. But this is a Speyside scotch, so it's going to have more of that smoky, peaty flavor.
Okay.
So which is actually what I was wanting to drink tonight with this, because I've had this cigar, and I want something actually a little more like actually what the pairing guide said, something more robust. The other one that I picked up, because I actually don't have this one yet, is the Glenmorangie 12-year, and kind of a similar thing. This one's smooth, creamy, and luscious notes of orange, honey, vanilla, and peach. Maybe not perfect, but with the vanilla aspect of it, I was like, you know what, maybe we could go ahead and try this one. So you don't have something quite robust, something a little softer, a little easier.
It has quite a little aftertaste to it.
Yep.
Like, you're getting some of that, the orangey peach and that kind of stuff coming through. It kind of jumps out at you.
And if you're not into Scotch yet, I think these two could be some good ones. I'm trying to hit all the more inexpensive Scotches, not the like the bottom shelf stuff, but more into the $45 to $60 range. Actually, I came across one 2 weeks ago that was $30 a bottle. Speyburn, which is a Speyside, and I was actually pleased with it. So I'm trying to let my palate get exposed to different things, and with that, I'm also doing a lot more Scotch with my cigars at night. Not just I've kind of backed off of the bourbons. And, I've kind of done a lot of them. I've had like the 50 top best bourbons. I think I've had 40 out of the 50. So now it's kind of like, all right, let me start messing around with my palate and the scotches and see what I can find out that I really like.
So, Chris, let's change the topic really quick. So we just did a fantasy draft, right?
Oh, yeah.
What grade did you get on your team?
I got a B.
You got a B?
We did a
That's
fantasy.
not bad.
It's okay. I had a C last year. So.
I got an A on my draft team. Hey, Doc. What grade did
See
you?
where this one's going?
What grade
see
did you get
where
on
that's
your
going,
team?
yeah.
I got an F for first.
Let's see. What round did you pick a kicker in?
That was third round.
Third round.
Dude,
And then defense in fourth round.
Kicker, what?
Didn't you get a defense on fourth round?
It may have
Or
been.
quarterback? It's quarterback.
No, I got the quarterback second round because I wanted to start off with the receiver. And then, I think receiver, quarterback, kicker.
And defense.
I think I did receiver again, and then I went.
So can
defense.
I explain something to you? There's a
I would really like you to
thing
explain
called
something.
a point total on the side on how many points that player gets throughout a full season. And when you choose to pick a kicker on a third round, where if you line up all the kickers, there's maybe 5 to 10 points different total over every kicker, instead of picking a 300-point receiver or something. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man.
No, keep talking. This is really great.
I'm trying to teach you.
That's why I'm focusing right now. I feel like I'm the student, you're the teacher. I want to make sure that.
Now he feels like he can be in that position because he scored an A one time. So you got an F.
You got the
I'm
A
top-
for asshole versus F for first.
Yeah.
I'm top of the class right here. A for awesome.
Oh, that was a pretty good one. That was a good, yeah.
And Chris got a B for badass.
Best.
He
B
got a
is
for
best,
badass.
man. It's
And
better than
you
A.
got an F for
Flunk.
flunk,
Fail.
Fail. flunk.
Formaldehyde.
Yeah. Fun time. Did you have a fun time doing it at least? Did you get an F?
Yeah, that was that turned out to be a bullet bourbon hangover the next day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not realizing I started a little too much, like, oh, we're drafting and we're sipping, we're drafting, we're sipping. I'm like, next thing you know, I'm like, oh, we're done the draft. Let's just keep sipping and smoking. And
I will say we had a fun evening. It was a perfect weather night
Oh, man,
to have
absolutely.
that draft.
Absolutely,
And it's just for fun. We have a 10 teams and just some good guys, and we just do it for fun, and bragging rights and to give each other crap.
It's funny, when I first lit this up, I didn't have the sweetness in it. I think my palate, I pick up a lot of sage. So I tasted a lot of white pepper and sage in this cigar when I first lit it up. And I'm about an inch in right now. So
I'd like to see you get more inches in, though, and then we can talk about it.
you're not even close to where I'm at. So
I'm a half inch in.
you're freaking ice cream cone
I'm just dealing
already.
with the tip.
You're ice cream
Right now.
coning it already.
You what?
You're ice cream coning it already. Your little ice cream cone.
Okay, I got you.
He's got to twirl his ash off.
Oddly enough, I saw another customer doing that the other day. And I was like, what is going on?
I'd like to have.
I think that customer picked it up from the podcast. So hey,
Maybe you're teaching people bad tricks, huh?
It's not a bad trick. It's actually like cigar etiquette. There's multiple ways. I don't like the one where you're like over here and like bang, 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 bang. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
You know what I like to do?
like
I like to
bang.
hold it like this and then flick it. That's my favorite.
yeah, there you go. Look at,
He's a flicker.
Good.
I flick it.
So Rue, why
Can
don't
I-
you teach everyone
can I have some
how you round your ash so they can watch you?
Yeah, let's see you do that.
Now's not the time. I'll let you know when we come back to where it's time. Because right now, I actually have to touch this up.
Oh,
So, because I can, going to get a nice round, like
Oh.
cherry if I'm not.
You can't get around cherry, but you can get around Billy.
Oh, that I have, dude.
that's done.
Hey, I gotta say that was a good clip last time you with your belly out.
I had to.
Oh, man, dude. I was feeling so fat that night.
You came in
So,
talking
I
about
was
it.
doing fat and bloated.
Mm-hmm.
So
bloated, Stone Temple Pilots.
I know.
Little, oh, you do? Oh.
Dead and bloated. Da-na-na-na.
Is Stone
Na-na-na-na-na.
Temple Pilots still alive?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I have no idea.
He had some good songs. Although I was
Stone Temple STP. It was Stone Temple Pilots, right?
Just Eddie Vedder.
So this cigar is burning great. It has a good draw. I think it's
Oh, very good draw. Yeah, yeah.
It's a little on the tight side, but it's got a good pull to it. I would say the flavor notes are what you would expect from this cigar. I mean, last year's cigar that we smoked was phenomenal, but
Absolutely,
I actually
yeah.
like the flavor notes on this to start with better. I mean, it's kind of got some rich flavors to it. It's got
It's a very,
little bit of pepper. It's not like a heavy pepper, but it's, like you said, I think it's a white pepper.
yeah, like a white pepper. Some sage. I got sage flavor. That's kind of wearing
I
off
think
a little bit.
sage, a little bit of leather. And it's a great smoke.
But yeah, so far so good. Can I try the Singleton, please? Or do you want me to stick with the HTL?
Pass the liquor, dude.
Why's it got a fish on there? Luscious nectar.
Definitely leather. It's
Leather.
a strong leather note.
Leather is like the staple of cigar.
Kind of is.
Leather and sage.
And nut.
What about orange peel? Oh wait, no, that's the drink I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. I like Singleton better,
Yeah.
actually. That's
I would
pretty good.
consider that more the robust single.
Yeah.
Versus the Glenmorangie, that's going to be a little soft. That's a Highland. One versus the Space Side, single Space Side.
What does Space Side mean?
Space Side's a region that they produce it. So Highlands, Upper Highlands is obviously
Okay.
more north.
Yeah.
Then you get into like your Space Side, Islay, blendeds. You get into like Island, which is next to I think Space Side or Islay, one of the two. So and each one carries a different presentation
Yeah.
and what you can expect. Like Highland, the Upper Highlands, I don't find to have a whole lot of smoky, peaty flavoring. But when you get into the Space Side and Islays and even some of the blendeds, I really feel like you're getting more into that peatiness.
Okay.
Which I'm finding originally, I was like, oh man, it tastes like a wet Band-Aid. But eventually that changes, and now I'm finding that I actually like that note. And honestly, when I smoke a cigar with this, which is usually the case when I'm drinking, I lose the peatiness, smokiness of the Scotch to the notes of the cigar.
Have you ever used one of those smoker things to like add smoke to a drink?
No, I'm a little bit of that purist. Like I like to appreciate the drink for what it's being presented as. Like I don't like old fashions. To me, they kind of ruin it. I like the flavors and the notes that each one kind of gives off, whether it's a bourbon, Irish whiskey, scotches. I just prefer that.
That's what you're kind of saying about being a purist and not having ice in it either. That sometimes that can kind of...
a small ice cube in mine, and I'm doing that lately. It kind of hurts to do that, but if I don't, sometimes the heartburn, it'll like that strong flavoring will just do it. So I'm trying to figure out, how I can not do it. Sometimes I just got to do the ice cube, but I don't do like a lot of ice cubes. It's just like one ice cube. If I'm at home, I'll take two of like those little normal ice maker ice cubes, which that's going to like 4 or 5 ounces.
See, that's what I appreciate about you. You have a passion for the flavors that you're getting out of the alcohol you drink. And me personally, I kind of like I like a good old fashioned. I mean, I'm not as big on like just the strong, bold flavors of the liquor I'm drinking. I mean, I don't mind a nice sipping whiskey or bourbon, but I like a nice, something with a little bit more flavor to kind of take off a little of the edge. And you are able to pull out some of those notes that this cigar master
Well, I was gonna say,
pull out that you miss in the cigars.
because I was going to say, I never, before we started doing podcasts.
You just gave me a compliment, didn't you?
I did. It doesn't happen too often, but I did.
Weird. I like it, but it feels weird. It's not a usual feeling. It's like I'm kind of glowing inside right now.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't happen very often,
I have
that's
this
for
warm
sure.
fuzzy. I don't think it's from the alcohol this time.
Yeah. Well, before we started doing podcasts, I was not a spirit drinker at all. Actually, I've had it before, but I've had them in mixed drinks and different things. But I never liked the alcohol until we started doing pairings, and now I truly appreciate like. I don't drink anything with ice in it, really. I took the ice out a long time ago, like a year ago. And I'm just like you. I'm kind of, I don't get the heartburn, though, but I like the purest stuff. I can't even have a mixed drink anymore. It's too much sugar. It's too sweet for me. So.
And that's the other problem with me is the sugar.
I don't like that.
In all the stuff.
Yeah.
Like I can't even really do like Captain Morgan. Oh, Captain Morgan! I used to watch my son all the time when he was growing up.
Well, same thing with energy drinks. Yeah. Like all of a sudden, I tried an energy drink like I don't know. 8 months ago or something. I'm like, dude, that's just nothing but straight up sugar. Like it tastes like syrup to me. So I don't know why. I'm not a.
I like energy drinks, and I'll do like a Red Bull or whatever, a sugar-free one, but it's still pretty sweet.
That felt so good. So good. Look at that.
Oh, my bad. I didn't have the
That
camera on,
looks
on
terrible.
you to see that. So
Good.
It was amazing.
It was.
So now you
stupid.
guys see how to knock your ass off.
So amazing.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter. So you just knock it off, and you don't have to do the toilet bowl thing. Like he's trying to get like underneath the rim, the bowl. He's trying to clean that out, and now he's sticking it in his mouth.
Well, he's trying to make an ice cream cone out of it, and this isn't ice cream. This is tobacco. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, I'd rather have this than ice cream though.
Well, I agree. My ash is burning fantastic. I haven't had to touch it up or anything, and it's holding on pretty good. So.
Mine's doing okay. I had to touch it up initially because I think when I toasted the end, I kind of got one side a little much, and so it burned a little uneven. But right now, it's burning good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What about you, Doc? How's yours burning?
I had to touch it up a little bit ago, but it's doing better now, especially when I just kind of like roll the ash off.
Clean the toilet bowl.
Yeah, when I clean the toilet bowl, it's really good. I use cigars at home to clean them out my toilet bowl too. Just go
Do
around
ya?
a few times, and it's like a little Clorox, a little cigar action, and you're good to go.
And then you just let them dry out a little bit, fire those back up.
I was wondering why you get some unique flavors.
That's is that bleach?
like that one cigar he gave me actually looked like a turd, so I'm kind of wondering about that now.
Oh, sorry. Did it smoke?
dried
Did it have a
turd.
good flow, good pull.
It had some shitty notes.
Oh, some shitty notes, huh?
Shitty notes. There's a clip it.
There's a clip it. I definitely have a strong leather note.
Yes, the strong leather's kind of
Yeah.
coming through.
It's like the sage turned to leather. And I actually have I tasted just a hint of vanilla.
Sure, that's not what you're drinking. Isn't there
ma-
vanilla
maybe-
in that?
maybe,
I
yeah.
think there was vanilla in that.
Yeah, because I didn't pick
one.
it up with the Colonel Taylor, but it could have changed too, so I don't know.
There's something at the very end. And I need to do it a couple more times.
Like a honey?
I don't know if I'm going to go honey,
Okay.
but it was, yeah.
I want to say I appreciate you, Chris, for getting this podcast started, and letting us partake and enjoy these cigars with you, and be able to just fellowship and.
I had to listen to the whole thing to make sure you're being serious.
No,
you're welcome, buddy. There was something coming.
I was about to talk some shit, but then
Well,
it
no
was on my
problem,
mind
dude.
since we were dealing with him.
Well,
I
back
don't
to
know. I think he's tired because he played golf today and he's hurt.
No, he's just
So I
full of
think
compliments.
I think he's sensitive right now, and he's just throwing out compliments. So I'm liking this Adam.
This is a good Adam.
I am really tired. I just played a fundraiser tournament for Teen Challenge at Juniper Preserve in Bend. It's a pretty.
That's where you played today?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not just tired from
I
golf.
have a
You're
long drive.
Driving too, yeah.
It
You
was
went
a
there,
beautiful
played,
course.
and drove back.
Yeah, well, I stayed the night down there in
wow.
Oh,
Redmond,
okay, so
and then went. But we took first place.
Good job,
So
congrats.
That's sweet.
that was fun. We had a good time, and the weather was better there than here. It was about 80 degrees there, where it's rained here today. So it was a fun time and for a good cause. So if you don't know about Teen Challenge, you should check it out. It's getting people who are addicted to things, helping
Yep.
them
And get off
to
it.
break that addiction through Jesus Christ.
Very cool.
Yeah, I've got a lot of sweet notes coming through right now. Maybe it's because I swapped over to the Singleton. I'm not sure, but I have smoked this about a week ago. I smoked it, and I had sweet notes as well. So I think that Maduro is a nice, and it's that Connecticut broadleaf Maduro, and it's got some nice flavors to it.
I've noticed watching all the reels how much noise I make.
Oh yeah, you do a lot. Yeah.
We've noticed too.
Sorry for everybody out there, and when I do that, I've had a chronic post-nasal drip, and then
Nobody's complained, so
okay, good. Well, my apologies anyway. My wife hates it.
she hates it.
Yeah, especially at nighttime when we're trying to go to bed.
My goodness,
And
dude.
she's like, "Are you done yet? Wait, not yet." La la la.
My son Elliot does this weird thing with his throat. He has like
I'm
something
good.
back
Few
there,
more.
and he makes this noise, and it's just like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he does it like all the time. He'd be just sitting there watching TV, all of a sudden like, I'm just going to clear my throat. There's something in my throat, and it's like, it's just a weird, odd noise, kind of like what comes out of you most of the time.
It's a weird odd
I'm in my
noises.
mouth, and there's a lot of weird, odd noises. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Might want to drop your ash before it drops on you.
No, Adam's gonna hit it, so I'm over here on your side. So please don't do that. Hey, get out of here! Jeez, dude, he's gonna use a weapon
I
now.
can't reach it, so I was using other tools.
Whack! That would have worked too.
That would have been great.
Jeez.
Clip it.
Yeah. No.
Tell you what, I do like the Singleton as a pair.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
The E.H. Taylor would be good.
It was.
But it's got a bite to it. But it's 100 proof, and
Yeah.
I went 100 proof tonight.
You didn't want to like finish that really, so
Yeah.
I swapped over to that.
Yeah, but anyway, for anybody out there, I would say a good robust single malt scotch would be a really good pairing for this. You don't need to spend a whole lot on that. So
Yeah, it's like what, $30 bottle?
that was a $45 bottle.
Okay.
But I got Spayburn, I think, for $30.
Okay.
And that's a space side, so that's going to be, more inexpensive, or I should say, more of an inexpensive bottle of a robust Scotch.
Yeah.
So, Chris, what do we got coming up? Like, is there some new specialty cigars coming out here soon?
Absolutely. So I've kind of got back together with Alec Bradley. So I've got a whole bunch of Alec Bradley stuff coming, and they're including some new stuff. I can't exactly mention what it is yet, but I know Partagas has come out with a new one. And I've got a whole bunch of different sizes, or 3 different sizes, I should say, coming with that. And that's a brand new that was released at PCA this year. Also, Mr. Sinistro was another new one that was released, and we should definitely review that. Sinistro's stepped up the game a little bit in the last, I'd say, few years, and they've added a lot more sticks. You got the Mr. Sinistro, Mr. Candela. They now have introduced a barber pole, which is pretty cool. And then the El Burros have gained traction. When they first came out, they didn't make them that big. They were a little bit smaller. They were just okay. They were like a $6 stick. Now they've gotten them up to like a 60 ring, 7-inch, and they're pretty darn good. So I like them.
And that is a Sinistro?
Yeah,
El Burro?
yeah, it is.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
I will say, Partagas. I enjoy some Partagas, but I will say that I happened to come across a Partagas number 4, Cuban. Man, let me tell you, that was a step up. That was a very pleasant,
Cuban's good.
very pleasant cigar. It was expensive, but if you get a chance to get real Cuban cigars, you're going to pay a premium for them, but there is a bit of a different flavor than some of the other stuff you get. I mean, It's a little bit more smoother, a little more richer, and I think that's just because of where, it's grown.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, he just dropped the ash. I didn't touch it.
So that came off. I'm not even halfway yet, so.
This does have a good amount of smoke.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yep. Mr. Sinistro does too. They're actually, there's an HV over there too, which is it's got from the Esteli crop, but that's a very smooth, nice cigar. So.
I still have like this note at the very end.
You having trouble placing it?
I am. It's not. I kept thinking it was like toffee. It's not toffee.
It's not cocoa. It's not honey.
It could be like a baking cocoa.
Yeah.
That the leather just kind of like
caramel?
slowly. No, I'm not getting the caramel, but it might be more of like the like I said, the baking cocoa. But it's a very mild transition to that, and it's gone.
Yeah. There's just a natural sweetness in
It
there.
is there, but it's not a sweet cigar.
No.
I mean, like there's not. I don't get any creaminess out of this or sweetness.
Yeah.
Well, not really.
Hint of molasses.
Like the Mad Mofo, that was a very caramel, creamy cigar.
It could be molasses.
Molasses is a pretty good recommendation.
I think
It's
it might be
a
little
dark
bit of
sweetness,
molasses.
maybe a dark chocolate.
I would go more molasses than anything else that we've talked about.
Yeah.
And what's funny is you get a lot of notes. Like I used to have horses back in the day, and the shed I kept all the hay and the feed in. You would have things, obviously a hay, to the feed, oats, corn, molasses, things like that. And it's interesting that a lot of cigars I've had take me back to that, like that aroma.
Yeah.
I guess inside that hay shed. And so it seems that's why it's like, barnyard, but I'm not really getting barnyard, but definitely a strong leather note, which is because I think that's also where I kept my saddles. And so you would get that combination of those smells.
Yeah, interesting.
Did you have insurance for your horses?
No.
Man, I feel bad for those horses and the back problems they had with you riding them.
It's funny, actually, one of them did.
They had a humpback?
Yeah, I didn't realize that I had a quarter horse who ended up getting Wobbler's disease, which basically the horse didn't know how to control his back end. It was like a spinal cord injury that he happened before I got him. And so I rode him, I did some stuff with him. I didn't do a ton of riding with him, but yeah, it was interesting. Like, The 2 horses I had actually are no longer with us.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The one who had the quarter horse wild disease finally had to be put down. He was cool. His name was Spike. My wife's uncle gave him to me, which was like, "Hey, you want a horse?" I'm like, "Yes." And you're like, "Oh, wait, what?"
Did you have them in town?
Yeah.
You lived in Boring?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah.
okay.
I had 2 horses there. I had goats there. I had 1.6 acres, and my neighbor actually let me have an acre of his, and so they actually had at one point an acre and a half. Then I took them to the East Coast, and then they had 4 acres of just lush pasture grass, which one of them, the Arab, which that's where everything went wrong. Ended up foundering because of that, just too much grass. Just didn't know how to stop eating, and so we got him back and dialed in, and he's good. But he was actually a jumping horse. He was kind of a competitive horse when he was used. When I got him for my wife, and we tried it for a couple years, and the horse stepped in a ground beehive type thing and reared up, and they both went down. I'm like, you know what?
Ooh,
I think
geez.
we're done.
Yep.
So if you have like horses and you have like goats or whatever, and like you have a big field, how long does it take for them to actually like keep the grass like low? Like, I mean, you said they'll just keep eating whatever they have to graze on. So I mean, do you have to mow much if you have animals or no?
Not if you have just like a small acreage. I mean, if you have like a half acre, acre and a half, you just let them do their thing. If you have like 5 acres or more, I would probably say, periodically you might need to go out and mow it, because otherwise you could be getting some quite tall grasses. But when you have goats, though, goats eat anything and everything. In fact, the pasture has a big blackberry island that's probably 100 feet.
Blackberry Island?
Yeah, blackberry island. That's
Do horses eat blackberries?
no, but the goats.
Goats will.
The goats tore up the blackberries. I mean, it was like dessert all the time for them.
Yep.
So they actually really kept it kind of contained. Goats are fun.
I like them. We have one.
And
Yeah.
they're a trip. But goats are a companion pet, so you need to have more than one. In fact, we actually got a goat that was being inadvertently neglected down the road I was on. So I took him over, and then he ended up. I got another goat companion with him, and then I got the horse. So I had a horse and 2 goats there for a while before I got another horse, and it was actually good. And they would play with each other.
Oh yeah. Goats
the
are.
horse is always trying to bully the goats, and the goats would do their thing.
Yeah,
It was always
yeah.
funny to watch.
Well, I had we had 2 goats, but we are down to one. We've had 1 goat for like a year and a half. Yeah, a year and a half. I kind of feel bad. He needs a buddy, but he's just by himself.
Do you guys get goat milk or no?
No, I did. Well, I had a female, and when we adopted her, she was actually. We had goat milk like every day, and she had no babies or nothing. I don't know.
Does goat milk taste a lot different than cow milk? It does.
Yeah,
Is it
Quite a
sweeter
bit.
or?
it is totally different.
Is it?
It's just different. Yeah, I don't mind it though. I mean, the people who've had it, they can appreciate. I wouldn't go buy like a gallon of goat milk though. I don't drink milk anyway. I'm too old for that. But
I only pretty much have milk in cereal.
Yeah.
I have cereal now.
I use milk for baking and stuff. That's about it.
I drink almond milk because I can't do regular milk, and so I they have to milk the teats of the almond.
Oh yeah,
To get the milk.
yeah. I've done that. It's
You've-
tedious.
Yeah.
It's very
Can you
tedious.
show us that motion again? How you milk the teats?
It's really small. Yeah.
You got to kind of go pull down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You just move it around when it's that small.
You can milk anything
if you
with
do
nipples,
it and
Greg.
you squeeze at the same time, it could potentially
nipples?
shoot.
It's what?
So if you squeeze at the same time as you do that, you can almost aim it and shoot
It's
it across
not.
the room.
It's just like shots.
No, it's the famous line from Meet the Fockers. You can milk anything with nipples, Greg.
Joey Fogger, can you milk me?
Yeah, exactly. I have nipples. Can you milk me, Greg? So funny.
I'm enjoying this scotch. It's good scotch.
It's a good scar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good pairing.
I think it's a great pairing.
I like it.
I would probably go a little something different with not so many fruity notes like the orange and this and that.
Yeah.
I think something more like E.H. Taylor. More of a bold flavor would tie it a little bit better with this, because it's a bold cigar by itself. But
I think
It's full
I
body.
think Eagle
Yeah.
Rare would be a really great ideal pairing with this cigar. And you could even go up and start doing things that are intense, like a Booker's or Stag, which are really high potent bourbons, because it's a strong bourbon. You got a strong cigar right now. I think it could really complement. Granted, the burn that you get when you drink like a Booker's or Stag could be a little overwhelming in the initial sip, but it'll calm down a little bit, and that's when you can.
You may want ice with that one.
Yeah.
If you're gonna pair.
Honestly, I have to. It's too much.
Get stout. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I had some. Is it Telemadu?
Telemadu, yeah.
Telemadu 12 year.
Tuber.
Yeah.
That was excellent. That had a great flavor to it.
Was that the stuff that you guys brought?
That's what me and LT had.
Yep.
And that was good. It was very flavorful.
Yep.
I just saw it today when I got these. They have a Tullamore 14-year, which that's new. They've had a 12-year, they have a 15-year, and I think they have an 18-year, and then they have, I think, a Caribbean rum cask and a sherry cask, I think. But which I've had all of those, but I have not had the 14-year. So I think I'm gonna have to probably.
Did you see what the price of the bottle was on that?
Yes, it was about $95.
Okay, for the 14.
Yeah, and the Tullamore 12-year I think is like 75, 80, and the 15 I think is just like over 100.
Yeah.
So
Which actually I have a bottle of that still.
here's
I've
a
had
question
years.
for you. So just because something is aged longer doesn't make it actually taste better, right? Because I've heard some reviews and stuff. Like I've had the Redbreast 12-year, and that was excellent. But like the Redbreast 14-year or 15 gets lower reviews. Does things supposed to get what's aging? What's it technically do? Bring out more flavor? Does it make it more smooth?
You're going to have usually better flavoring, and you're probably going to have more smoothness depending upon how they distill it. I would actually say that to get into those higher years, you need to have a palate for it. If you're always smoking like if you're always drinking like a Tullamore regular, and then you jump up to a 15-year, because this has happened to me, you're like, I don't know. But if you start trying other ones, and you start doing like a 10-year or something, a 12-year or something, you're going to find that you've kind of created more of a palate for aged whiskeys. And so like for me, like I enjoy aged stuff. I don't buy it as much because it's expensive, and I'm trying to find stuff that I think, one, is reasonably priced that I can afford. Two, especially with the pairings, is, I realize that smoking cigars isn't cheap by any means, but you want to find something that's affordable to be able to pair with it. So finding things that are more of like $40, $50, $60, $70 is going to be more in the range that a lot of our viewers and myself are going to be wanting to do. I'm not ready to go drop, $110.
Yeah, you don't want these $1,500 bottles up
No.
here, because no one's going to be able to try those.
Right.
Exactly. It's interesting because tobacco, I would say, is the aging on tobacco in that process is a little different and almost a little better. You do want aged tobacco. In fact, sometimes you can have a box that, say, you bought from like 2020, and you smoke it in 2023. It tastes a lot better, honestly. The flavors change. Then you go pick up a new box, and it's like, whoa, this is a totally different cigar. Yeah, because the first one was aged.
I like the 12-year Redbreast, and that's about an $85 bottle. And I was kind of thinking like the 15-year, it jumps all the way up to $130. And so I was kind of like, I don't know if it's worth trying it for that much more for a review that says it's not as good. So that's where I'm kind of like, I don't know if I should experiment with something a little different because I liked the original, or just stick with what I like already.
Well, I think what the point is, like, don't jump from like a standard Jameson or something and then go to a 15 when there's 12-year or 14-year or something. Just step up slowly, right?
Yeah,
Like try the 12.
Like try to play around, and honestly, the thing that I do, and I enjoy this, is when the wife and I go out to dinner, and I walk up to the bar and I actually study what they have and see what they have, and that's how I end up deciding, oh, you know what, I'm going to go buy one of these bottles.
Yeah.
But once I buy the bottle, I don't order that in the store anymore, or
Yeah.
at a restaurant
Yeah.
anymore. It's just like,
Why pay the premium price in a restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah, but sure, but once I have the tasting at the restaurant, now I have it now in my collection. So that's one of the ways, like going to like places that have a really good selection of whiskey. I love doing that because I get to try different things. Like I had a Scotch Oban 14-year in a restaurant a month ago, and an Oban 14-year is going to run you probably about $110, $120, and so I'm probably going to put that in my collection eventually. And that's the thing that I like to do is recommend that, or so you go to the restaurant and do that, and then you pick it up, and next thing you know, you're pairing it with a cigar.
What's the most expensive bottle you own?
It's nothing crazy. I don't think I've gone more than $200. I've got probably a few bottles that kind of fall within the 175 to 200, like Don Julio 1942 tequila, Clase Azul tequila. I've got a Jameson 18-year that I haven't even opened yet. We've got the Just Rum 5-year. That's a $200 bottle.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would say that I'm probably not going to do too much more than that per bottle. We were talking earlier this week about, spending some money on some hard to find or whatever. Mm-hmm. And one of the bottles that came up was a Pappy Van Winkle, and basically it was like the guy wanted $2,500, and honestly, on the open market on auction, you probably can get that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
in Oregon, if it becomes available, you could also buy it for $100.
Wow.
So it's kind of like
off the lottery.
Yeah. Lotteries, or if you know people, sometimes people will pull them in the collection and they have it because they found them for $100. They're like, I'm never going to drink this. Mm-hmm. Or they just need to downsize, and next thing you know, you spend $150 for that bottle.
Yeah.
They still made some money, but I'm not spending $2,500. But it's interesting because I was talking to my wife about it. She's like, there's no way I'm letting you buy a $2,500 bottle, which first of all, I would never tell her.
Yeah.
But I also started thinking about it, because a lot of people, I had to come up with a good comparison. And what's the most expensive steak that you've ever had? Let's say you have a steak and it's $45 in a restaurant. Okay, well, within 30 minutes, you down that steak, that's $45. Well, a bottle of whiskey might be $45, but that could be 2, 3, 4, sessions, that you get to have it. So I think that's part of it. It's like when you have the steak at a restaurant, you're not just having a steak for the flavor. It's for the experience. It's for the ambiance. It's for the cultural aspect of it. Mm-hmm. But you pretty much are eating $45 doing that. And so, but like me, I love going out to really nice dinners and getting a really great steak. To me, one of my favorite places to get a steak is still Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They have phenomenal steaks, and you're up to
it's like $100,
$75, $100 for a steak, and and so what's the difference between having a steak that's $100 versus buying a bottle that's $100?
Yeah.
You're getting it for the experience. You're getting it for the taste, the flavors, the notes.
Well, I could argue this is the same difference with a cigar. Like you can go and pick up a $7, $8, $9 cigar all day long, but like sometimes, like Placencia, for example, you're not going to go buy 4 or 5 of those. Some people do, but you're going to grab one and enjoy that and appreciate it. You spent like over $20 on a cigar. You're going to hold on to that. It's not going to be something you're going to go out and mow the lawn with. You know what I mean? Like you're going to hang on and actually appreciate that.
But wouldn't you agree that you could go buy a $100 steak, and depending on who is cooking it, it could be a amazing steak or it could be a crappy steak. So it's with steak.
That's true.
The meat quality does make a difference. If it has marbling and this and that, because the fat in the steak gives it flavor. But the other difference is, you have to have someone who knows how to cook a steak. And if you have someone who can cook a good steak, it's going to be tender, it's going to taste good, and you're going to enjoy every bit of it.
Yep, we had steak last night. Was it last night? Yeah, it was just last night. You're absolutely right. You can. It's how you cook that thing. I mean, I know how to cook a steak. I've done a lot of practice, and thank you, Gordon Ramsay. But it's one of the easier things to do.
How do you test your steak for rareness?
You press on it. So like I think there was a test here, like
palm
of the hand,
right
medium rare. Like I don't know the exact, but I know my steak. I know exactly where medium rare is and how long I have to cook that. Especially there's also different cuts and different thicknesses too. So you got to pay attention when you're cooking steak. But
if you get pretty much
like a 2-inch steak, you're going to cook it longer.
But now when you cook steak though, you also want to cook it at a higher temperature.
Mm-hmm. You sear it,
You want to sear it, but you want to cook it for shorter periods. Like like you said, you want to get that feel to know if it's medium, if it's rare. It's hard for me sometimes. Like I like a medium steak, but when I have other family members who don't want to see any blood, it's like it's hard to get that happy.
That's my wife.
Sometimes.
Yep. Actually, most of my family, they do. Me and Charlie. Charlie likes a little bit of red juice, and I'm right there with him. I don't like a rare steak at all, but I do like medium rare. That's like perfect for me. So, and I can eat a medium steak. That's fine. It tastes good. I like it. So, but my wife likes it well done, and that drives me nuts.
That's ruining the steak.
To me, it is, but not to her. And I've had this conversation with her, and she's like, "I'm gonna just get you cheaper steak. You don't appreciate the medium rare, anyways." And that was me being mean, because she's like, "Buy me the best steak you got, and I want it fully cooked." And she enjoys that, and she likes it, and that's how it is. So she doesn't want cheap steak. She wants expensive steak, overcooked.
Chris, what is your cut of choice? If you could choose any steak, what do you choose?
Oh, ribeye. Yeah,
Ribeye.
I love ribeye. Yeah, it's my favorite.
I would agree. I'm a ribeye or a filet mignon.
Yep.
You know, those are my two,
Yep.
depending on the price and the size.
I'll order a filet mignon at a restaurant, because I haven't mastered the filet mignon, but I can definitely cook a great New York, and that's a little bit cheaper. And then I still like the.
So we tend to go to Sailor's when we go to get steak.
Oh yeah, Sailors.
The reason I like Sailor's is because I can go get a large steak. I can get like a 32-ounce ribeye or filet mignon, and then I can just split it with my wife, and it's a reasonable price.
Yeah.
Where to get that size of a steak at a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, you're going to probably look at, like, for a 32-ounce, $150, if not more.
Ruth's Chris, yeah. Another place is a Claim Jumper. You got to check, though. But they have a tomahawk steak. It's the only time I've ever gotten a tomahawk, and I was able to split it with my wife. So it was $100, so $50 a piece. Plenty of food. Came both 2 salads and stuff, and the steak was awesome. So
I like the look of it when they bring it out.
It's so good.
It's massive.
Yeah, it's got that big old bone. It's cool.
If I got a 32-ounce steak, I'm not sharing it. I love steak. In fact, it's been funny over the years. My wife and I, when we go out to dinner, she used to do desserts, and I would have a big-ass steak, and I'm just chowing down on it, and there comes time, like, she's done. Dessert menu comes out. She's like, yeah, she'll order dessert, and I'm still eating my steak.
Another
Steak, yeah.
steak, please.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much. It's like, I don't want dessert. I'm enjoying the steak. I mean, I'd much rather the steak than any dessert.
Absolutely.
Although New York cheesecake.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
But I usually take that then to go home.
Absolutely. Well, is there any flavor changes to you guys? I'm about 50% now, and I've actually got to fix this cigar a little bit, probably because I'm talking a little bit.
So, okay, Chris, are you getting any flavor changes?
I'm not at the moment, yeah.
Okay, Doc, what about you? He's got a
Still have that
nice retro hail going there.
leather, very leather, which is good.
It's like a sweet leather.
I think it's not that molasses kind of coming through on it.
I
don't know.
Yeah, the very tail end of it is something more like that.
Yeah.
Molasses, which molasses isn't necessarily like a sweetness per se. It's like almost like a tar syrup type thing.
It's got a specific flavor.
Yeah.
Molasses does, yeah. Actually, I use molasses in a particular muffin I make, and it's really good.
Well, with me, I had to touch mine up again because, it started burning a little uneven. But the flavor notes, they're staying consistent. It still has a great draw. I would say the sweetness is tapered out a little bit, and it's just becoming more of a little bit stronger leather taste in it. I'm still getting some of the cocoa notes, but it's still a very enjoyable cigar.
It's good. I've swapped back over to the East Taylor, yeah, and you're right. That's more robust flavor, and it's really good actually. That's a good pairing too.
So we do not have a producer tonight, so I'm trying to do double duty here, and I'm swapping the cameras as we're going on the fly. And Chris just keeps dropping ash in his lap.
I like it. It feels warm.
That's the most action, the most heat he's seen down there in a while.
Well, I'm about 50%.
One thing about the cigar, though, this is a long cigar.
It's got a lot of tobacco in it. Yeah.
Well, it's rolled tight. I'd say it's a dense cigar. So this isn't something that's going to be a quickie. Like you're in for a long haul. Like you have that roast beef steak and
Yeah.
out in the back porch.
Yeah.
Man, you're in for a nice
Yep.
chill time. Pour your glass, but
Yep.
you may want to bring the bottle out with you because you're probably gonna need to refill a little bit.
Yeah, the binder and the filler in this, they really packed it in there, and I forget which one it is that that controls the burn. I think it's the more filler you have controls how fast it burns, and
Yeah, they did. So they slid Nicaragua in here, which is that's the most common, most popular.
Yeah.
I would argue it's probably the best filler to use, but it has that Dominican Cubana in there too, which is a good one. So that's going to smooth it out.
This is a cigar that I actually, because I've had last year, and then I've had it a couple times here recently, and then I've had these. This is a top 10 cigar for me.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. This is kind of, if you guys can find it, you want to buy a few of these and put them in your humidor and just let them sit there for a while.
Yeah, if you can age these yourself, they're just going to get better and better and better. I was happy. So Jeremy showed up at the shop 2 weeks ago, yeah, and he mentioned, I didn't even know these were coming out. I thought that was going to be kind of a one deal kind of thing, and he's like, "Oh yeah, TNT comes out next week." And I was like, "What the? Like, give me some boxes, man!" So we got yeah, six or seven boxes. I still have a bunch of them. So
we were talking the other day about when you have a good cigar, it always tends to make it into your top 5 until the next cigar. Right? And so if I can think back over the probably 10 years or so that I've been smoking cigars, how many cigars I've said is in my top 5?
yeah,
There's too many to count. It's in my top 100. I mean, I've probably said that so many times, but to be honest with you, a quality cigar is a quality cigar. That's all there is to it. And
yeah,
us as avid cigar smokers, we like variety.
yeah,
We
for
don't-
sure.
We don't want to stick with one stick and smoke one stick every day.
No.
We want to sit there and we want to smoke something that's going to be dynamic in flavor, something that's going to want us to come back for more.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I don't ever smoke the same cigar 2 in a row. In fact, I'd say once I have a cigar, I probably don't mess with it again until probably 2, 3, 4 weeks later, if
Whoa.
6 months.
Really?
Absolutely. Same thing with my beverages. The only thing that I would do 2 nights in a row is Jameson. And honestly, it's because Jameson's so easy for me.
Yeah.
If I need to get up the next day early or do whatever, Jameson's my go-to. If I had the night before, I will do that one, but that is the only beverage that I'll drink like 2 nights in a row.
I'll smoke a cigar back to back. I'll smoke the same one back to back. You're right though. Not very often, I guess.
So disclaimer though, Rue actually drinks Jameson every night because he uses it as mouthwash before he goes to bed, and so he's on like a long streak of having that day after day after day because it's not like he uses it as a mouthwash and spits it out. He swallows it when he's done.
We
so
should, yeah.
He's
Yeah, I
drinking.
do.
He's drinking.
We should call you Dr. Jameson.
Dr. Jameson.
Dr. James.
No, there's already a Dr. J. We don't want you to get sued for that. So we can't
Just
break
go
that down.
Dr. Jameson.
Dr. Jameson.
But it's funny, I do every night. I mouthwash with it. And yes, obviously I drink it, but it is amazing mouthwash. Telling you, man, Jameson for me is medicinal.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yep. And I also can drink really whatever I want as far as Jameson, and I really don't feel like the next morning no hangovers or anything.
Yeah.
So if I have it like in fact, actually Jameson is always my Sunday night beverage, always.
Always, 100%.
Because I know I'm going into the work week tomorrow. I want to be fresh. I want to feel good, and I'll usually have like
That sounds almost biblical.
a 4 ounce. Yeah, Jameson's my Jesus drink.
Isn't it Jameson chapter 5?
Yeah, Jameson's at the end of the Bible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's
The
really
end.
great book.
It's after Revelations.
It's right before
Right
Revelation.
before. Okay. Good. You want to enjoy that before the
Yeah.
end times.
But when Revelation hits the apocalypse going on in Armageddon, I've got a case of large bottles of Jameson I've had since the pandemic.
I like that guy. He's a good believer.
Yep.
So what's new
Matthew
going on
Mark
right
Luke
now, guys, in the world? Like, what's the hot topics that are going on right now? Besides, of course,
Well, Putin met with Trump today.
yeah.
That was a 15-minute meeting. That was so weird. 10 to 15 minutes is all they met.
That's it.
He was out the door.
So does that mean there's a war going to happen here soon?
No, they spoke on behalf of Ukraine. Ukraine wasn't present. Okay.
I take it that Putin's like, if they give me their country, then
Yeah.
I'll stop the war.
Yeah, you can shut your face when I have the country. No, I don't know. It was a strange It was a strange interview, to be honest with you. Putin's not used to those kind of interviews. In Russia, that is all choreographed. Every question's screened. Every question's known ahead of time. Every question's answered ahead of time. Putin was caught off guard a little bit. I think that's why it was like a 15-minute interview. That was it. He was like, I'm out of here. Say what I say and I'm out.
Well, I will say there's not really been any other president who really is willing to sit down with Putin and, like, be stern with him and talk to him face to face. Most of them, like,
It's funny. Trump wasn't that stern with the guy, though. It was kind of like it was almost like a presidential debate. You had Putin. I watched it. Putin sat there and did his whole spiel. He talked for literally like 10 minutes straight in Russian. He would not speak in English, even though he's fluent in English. Then Trump jumped on. And basically, he spoke for maybe 5-6 minutes, not even as much as Putin did. And he just kind of agreed and said, we had our differences in the past, and this is where we're going moving forward, and Ukraine this and Ukraine that, and have a good day. And to me, it was almost like a pointless meeting. It just didn't seem like it solved a lot of stuff, but whatever.
How do you feel about the United States being involved in a lot of other countries' beefs?
I think we've been doing it since the beginning of the country.
Yeah, we've
I
always
think
had her.
right now we're a lot more direct with our involvement, whereas the American people are actually seeing it and seeing it. It's a lot more transparent, I believe, currently with the current administration, which I do like that. I do like that there's a businessman who has perfected the deal making. And so I do enjoy that. Like, to me, foreign policy is basically working out deals with other countries. And Trump, I think, is the master of that. No matter whether you like him or not, he is the master of deal making. And I do appreciate that for that.
Well, let me back up, because I kind of said it seemed like a pointless meeting. I will say, based on what you were talking about, is Trump knows what he's doing. He's a businessman. It was not a pointless meeting. It seemed like that, but there was a lot of movement there, and it was a good thing for us, I think, United States, to meet with Russia, actually.
So what do you think it would be like if America just focused on America? How great would America be?
You're kind of.
Well, I'm just saying.
You're right.
Like if we didn't put our nose
or
out
send
there,
all this money out to other countries.
That's my point. Like,
okay.
If we didn't send all this money to all these other countries to help them with their problems, would we have the national debt we have?
I think that's a double-edged sword. I think if you zoom out of your question, absolutely right. If we put all of our money into our people and our nation, yeah, it would be awesome. It'd be do a great job. However, I think you'd be putting a blinders on of shit that's happening around the world. We need to put our fingers in. Now, I don't think I don't think the government is batting 1,000. So, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. Like, I do think we need to put our fingers, and we need to have people on the ground, boots on the ground kind of thing. We need to be all over the world. But on the same token, it's like sometimes we get involved in stuff, and it's like, dude, we should not have gotten involved in this. Like, what the hell are we doing? So I don't know. It's not like I said, the government's not batting 1,000 in my mind, and we should always be leery and like pay attention to what we're getting involved in. So,
I mean, America's a powerhouse.
Yeah, for sure.
We are out there, and a lot of smaller countries look to us for help when they're getting bullied by a country or this or that. But at the same point, it's just kind of, we can't just throw money at everyone else's problem. So that's my big thing is, like, why do we have to pay or send all of our military stuff to another country?
Yeah, I hate that.
And
I really do hate that. Yeah,
it defeats the purpose. Like, we're in such debt. And China owns a lot of our debt. Like, how do we ever get out of that if we just keep throwing money towards their problems? And then what happens when we have an issue? Do other countries actually come to help us? Do they send us money?
No, we're kind of on our own, yeah. There was a great movie back in the 90s, actually. Yeah, 90s. What was that called? A Few Good Men. And,
you can't handle the truth.
You can't, exactly. That's where I was going. So there is a point where the United States government has intel and intelligence and people working, and the United States people do not know what's going on. And just like he said, you need me on that wall, you want me on that wall. I do think there's some relativity to that. Like, some things I don't want to know about, the United States government's down there doing their work, cool. I trust that, I suppose.
Well, that brings the topic, like, child trafficking. it happens more than you know all across the world.
Absolutely.
But we have blinders to a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, there's missing children all the time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so what do you think happened to them? I mean, there's a good chance that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's child trafficking. They've been sent to another country or this or that. And, you know, it's
Well,
been going
we're-
on since the beginning of time.
Absolutely, we're the American. We're basically the gladiator from the gladiator movies, where they said, "Feed them and they'll be happy." You know what I mean? Like that's what the American people are. Feed us, entertain us, and we'll be happy. We don't want it. We have blinders on everything else. And unfortunately, that's what's going on.
Doc, what's your opinion on this?
Well, first of all, I think it was really cool that they met in Alaska.
Yep.
Elmendorf Richardson Joint Base. I've done training down there because I was stationed at Fort Wayne right next to Fairbanks in Alaska. And I mean, what do they say? It's like Moscow to Elmendorf is like 8-hour flight, and from DC to Elmendorf is like 10 hours. It was neat that they used that as a neutral ground in a sense. It's just little love for Alaska. Alaska is forgotten state in a sense, you know, but everyone up there just as soon be that way. But we are the peacekeepers of the globe, the world, and you know I think we've seen that, you know, president after president. That I'd say in the 1900s, especially with World War I, is when we really started, you know, kind of having to kind of police the world, and then you know World War II, we tried to stay out of it until Japan, which I don't know why Japan did that, bombed us. And there we are, we're back into it, and it was really us that pretty much had to kind of, you know, do the peacekeeping of everything and get rid of a crazy guy. But, you know, again, we were trying to stay out of it, and we got kind of pulled into it. But Winston Churchill kept trying to get FDR to pretty much, please come and help us, come and help us. And he's like, nah, not right now. But once we got hit in Hawaii, then it was like, all right, hold my beer.
Well, Churchill smoked 5 cigars a day,
Yeah.
so quite a guy.
Quite a guy, and that's what we've been doing. I mean, another example is the Vietnam War, which was more of a political issue, and you know things have been coming up during the Trump presidency that you know JFK really didn't want to go in there, but there were some other more powers to be that decided we're going to do that, which is why he was assassinated. And now they're actually saying that the driver was the other one that shot him.
Exactly. Yep, I saw that.
And because the deep state, if you will, was pretty much saying no, we're going to go to the Vietnam War because that's money. Wars create money, and ever since Bush and Cheney were involved back in the day with Iraq, looking for weapons of mass destruction, I think that was just something they were telling us, but they wanted to get in there because it was the war machine. It was making money for us.
I believe there's a lot of movies out there where you have ex-military who are now what do they call them?
Contractors, private contractors.
Yeah, private contractors.
Yeah.
And
Blackwater.
yeah,
Yep.
they are out there and they're wanting war because that is what makes them money. So they're out there actually causing problems in other areas, and they're into the firearms and all this stuff, and they make movies on this stuff all the time. So a lot of that stuff has to be how things go. War is what keeps everything turning.
I had actually, he was a vendor for a minute. I won't mention his name, but he served in the military for over 20 years, and he told me that after his service, 20 years in the military, he signed on as a private contractor, and that's when he saw most of his combat. He was with a private contracting company. He saw that. He was in firefights all the time. Like when he was in the military, he didn't see much. So I don't know.
Well, when you're in the military, you're governed by your own kind of like rules of engagement. When you're a contractor, those rules of engagement change drastically.
Okay.
And so, kind of in a sense, it's like the generals pretty much in D.C. kind of dictate what goes on. So therefore, it's political. When you're now a contractor, it's kind of like what you were talking about, A Few Good Men. You want me on that wall, you need me on that wall. Those are the guys that are doing that because the military's hands are kind of tied in a sense.
I see.
Because we have to be, in America, we have to
Well,
be
there-
diplomatic.
Yes, rules of warfare, which I always thought was super weird.
So if you're a
why do you have
contractor,
rules of
you're
warfare?
virtually like your own country doing your own thing.
You're
in there.
doing your own
You're not
thing.
representing, like if you're a contractor in another country, and yes, you may be American, you're not necessarily representing what American
Yeah,
wants.
you also may not have the backup that America's ready to give you if you weren't a private contractor. That's the scariest side of it. So,
Another good example of that would be the movie Sicario.
oh yeah,
And
Fantastic
where
movie.
the United States is in Mexico, and we're playing both sides. Mm-hmm. And it's like the American people don't need to know really what's going on, but you kind of go into a position. Let's say you're in the CIA, and you're like, I want to make a difference, and then next thing you know, you're finding yourself you're supporting the Mexican drug cartels because there's money there. A lot of people are getting money, but it goes against everything you believe. Mm-hmm. And that's what the movie was about. And then you had the was it Benicio del Toro?
Benicio del Toro, yeah.
Who pretty much was on the Mexican side, and he was a contractor, and he was going into Mexico and
For one
basically-
man, yeah.
like destroying them.
Yep.
And so that's another good example of like we really should just. I think we as the American people are much better off if we're ignorant.
Yeah.
Because I really don't believe that we can handle the truth, and then when the truth, some of the truth comes out, then you find that now we have protests, like the situation we got going on right now with Israel and Gaza, and the Houthi and the other terrorist organization there. You have people right now supporting Gaza. Well, they're the terrorists, and they don't like you people that are protesting for Gaza. And it's like, all right.
They're the ones that went in the first place and started the war. Yeah.
Yeah. So Gaza and the Palestinians are
Hamas. That was it.
Hamas are not really a good people.
No.
We shouldn't be supporting them, and yet we're more anti-Semitic now than we ever have been.
Yep.
That saddens me. It just tells me that we're in a nation right now that doesn't follow Jesus and doesn't follow the Bible, because the Bible pretty much says always align yourself with Israel.
Yep.
Well, and it's also that war will never end. Israel will
that's right.
always be at war for the motherland.
Because of the brothers. Yep.
Yes.
You cannot get away from that.
I mean, that's
and
a
it's
2,000-year-old war.
Yeah.
And us being a 250-year-old nation trying to walk in there like, oh, I got this.
you can't do that.
No,
Yeah.
we're not going to do this because this is so deep-rooted.
Yeah.
And we don't understand that. And that's what's interesting about our 250-year-old nation is, we're already kind of collapsing on ourselves.
But what this nation does understand is the difference between right and wrong, good and bad. So when a group goes in there and just attacks, civilians that are just sitting there trying to enjoy a concert, like that's a problem. And there was so many terrible things that happened during that we don't even know about. Like there's some really bad stuff, and people are trying to back up the side that came and attacked them. It does not make sense to me. I don't get that. Like it's like what we did, I understand. See, I can almost see what the left is complaining about. Okay, we went into Gaza Strip. We killed innocent people. All right, I understand. We get that. That happened. You don't think for a second that the day the Hamas came in there to the concert, they didn't kill innocent people? Like, come on, you got to weigh both scales. Like, I understand what the Gaza Strip, innocent people killed. I get that. But there was innocent people killed in the first place, and they started it. Come on. It kills me. It makes me crazy.
There's always collateral damage, and unfortunately, we kind of focus more on the collateral damage than what really is going on.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have like our colleges and schools that are teaching our youth.
Yep.
Yep. That life is precious to anywhere. Even if you are a terrorist, we should just let you be and not take care of you from.
Oh, he needs to be in a program, and we need to shape him and change his character. Yeah, no, that's not working.
It doesn't work.
When it comes to terrorism, dude, you're not shaping and changing people. No.
But I also think that's right now what's going on in some of these bigger, well-known colleges like Harvard. I mean, it's been Trump versus Harvard for the last 6 months, and basically Harvard has become, or I shouldn't say become, they've allowed a lot of anti-Semitic rhetoric going on. And they don't need to be doing that. Like, you're not there to pretty much indoctrinate these kids to think that they should hate Israel. And Israel's the country that we should be aligning with. And so I'm fascinated by the fact that Trump has actually been going against these colleges, pretty much saying, look, we're not giving you any more money if you're going to be like this. And then the colleges are like, this is what we've always done. It's what we do. Deal with it.
Oh, so now you're a dictator. It's like, no, we're not dictating. We're just cutting your funding because
of people who physically come out and say that they hate Americans in general. Why do we
cut that college off?
Why do we?
Why are they even here?
Help them out. Like,
yeah.
If there's people who just hate you just because you're American,
deport them.
Why do we allow them in the country? Why do we? I mean, because letting them in the country and knowing that they hate where they're at,
they're going to cause problems.
It just opens up for more hate in the world. It opens up for more confrontation. Because there is confrontation. If someone hates another person or another race, there's beef between them. So if we just focused on ourselves, and if there's a nation that don't like us, why let them in?
Yep.
Well, with that being said, right now there's so much protesting going on with ICE and what ICE is doing. ICE is not trying to get rid of illegal aliens that are just illegal aliens. They're trying to get rid of the criminals that have some type of criminal activity that they've done. And basically we're trying to say, oh no, let's be a sanctuary city for the criminals. Like, are you going to do that with the American citizens that are criminals? No, you're not. So why are we being okay with illegal alien criminals? We're not getting rid of the good people that are over here doing their jobs and trying to keep their noses clean. It's all the ones that have been rape, murder, and other things that are not allowed in this country. But yet right now we have the other side politically that's pretty much saying, no, we need to keep them here. Like, are you kidding me?
I think a lot of that has to do with families that have brothers, sisters, moms, dads that are getting napped up, and I get it. Like if your mom got mom or dad, brother, sister, like you'd be pissed off too. But you got to look at it in perspective. Like, did they get here legally? Did they do the paperwork? Did they pay the fees and fines? Like, those are the things that we're looking for. You're paying your taxes. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are coming in here and taking jobs at $10 an hour and undercutting everybody. And then on top of that, they're criminals. So so you don't want that kind of crap in here. You need to weed that out.
But you also get people in here, and which has happened to me, where your identity gets stolen. Like, I got a call one time stating that my social security number is being used for someone in California, and and they're doing an investigation on this person, and someone literally bought my social security number, a random number, off the street, and was using it so that they could work. And it's kind of like,
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And they called me and they told me what they found out. And I mean, I was like, okay, well, none of my stuff was harmed, but all I was kind of thinking at the time was, well, shoot, if they're using my social security number to work, hopefully that's making my social security go higher. Later down
they're not paying their taxes yet.
No, but they're coming in illegally, and they have to have a way to be able to get paid. So they're just paying random people on the street for a number and using it as a social security number. And that, go through the right process to get in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There's the problem, is trying to come in legally takes so long, and you're not guaranteed anything. So the problem isn't in what they're doing, it's in our system. The America's system to be able to bring people in, immigrants, and legalize them, that's our problem. And who's really making all the money are the illegal immigration lawyers. Oh, well, we'll see over the next 5 years what happens, and then you're paying $10,000 to this lawyer, and he's patting his pocket, but nothing really ends up happening after that. It's like, if we could streamline that process and start making these, kind of vetting these immigrants, then let's do that. But we're not doing that right now. It's basically like a very difficult situation to be able to come in and become an American citizen. That's the problem.
Well, what do you think happens when you go to another country, say Canada? You go to Canada, they ask you how long you're going to be here and what you're here for. If you stay longer than the time frame that you said that you're going to be there, they're tracking you down and you need to go. They're not letting people just come and stay. You can't just come across the border on vacation and just go home.
Okay, that's kind of a bad example. Canada's extremely strict. They're tough. You can't even move to Canada. Mexico, let's talk about Mexico for a second. You can go down to Mexico and cross the border all day long and stay there the rest of your life if you want to. They don't care. You know what I mean? Mexico.
Well, why can't we have strict border rules like that without being...
Yeah, like Canada. Yeah. I don't know. That's a great question. That's a great
I
question.
mean, if you want to come in here to
Yep.
work,
Canada
come
used
in
to be the
work.
hardest. Like, you could only visit Canada. In fact, you had to have a family member. Now, I'm talking 20 years ago. I don't know about today, but you had to have a family member or be related or be from Canada in order to live there. You couldn't just, like, if it was you have no family, nothing. You couldn't just pick up your stuff and move to Canada. They wouldn't let you. Now, I don't know about now. I actually don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of Canadians that
Well, Canadians come here.
they live here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Canadian.
We let anybody
actors
live
and
here.
actresses that
Yeah,
are out there.
I'm
and
talking about United States to
but, like,
Canada.
yeah.
That's a different story.
We can't just go there.
No, you can't just go buy a house up there. They won't let you.
I think that's
That's a great
I think
thing.
that's fine.
I'm with you.
If they
I'm
protect
kind of.
their borders like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why we get
That's strong.
slammed for doing the same thing.
I don't know. Well, let's circle back to this cigar a little bit. We're down to. I'm not ready for reviews. Well, maybe. Any note changes? How's the pull? What are we doing here?
I would say, actually, I'm getting a lot more pepper back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I got the
So
pepper.
Nicaragua's coming in.
And because of the pepper, it's taken over. I mean, I'm also getting down to the end, and it's getting a little hotter, and I'm not getting
Yeah.
as much of the leather note that I was. I'm not getting any of the sweet molasses. At the end, it's more like
Is
hot pepper.
hot pepper? So it's coming. Is it milding out? Like more of a no. Okay,
Not
stronger.
at all. But I will say, I switched over to Glenmorangie 12 year. I think this is a pleasant pairing. You know, meaning like if this is what I had,
Smoking that too.
I kind of enjoy it.
Be a
You
good,
know,
yeah.
It's nice. It's soft on the palate, easier, which is allowing the cigar to be more dominant. So honestly, again, I think
You brought the three best pairings. I mean, I'm with you. I just swapped over to the Glenmorangie, and it's different. It's a totally different experience. I feel like this isn't as sweet of a cigar with this as I did with Singleton, but I'm also towards the back end. So
I will say that the first cigar that I had of this, I thought the flavor notes and everything were excellent, so much better. This one here, you know, it's good, but it's not as good as the first one I had. And, you know,
are you talking about 24 or the first one earlier this
the
year?
First one I had last week.
Okay.
I had it last week, and I mean, it could, you know, the time of day you smoke
could be anything,
and a lot of things can change things. You know, I'm not sitting here trying to pick out a bunch of notes. I just enjoyed the heck out of that cigar. Tonight, it's a good cigar, but it's not. I'm not feeling the same way as I felt the one I had last week. And I don't know if it's just because I'm extremely tired, and you know,
No,
it's been a long
honest.
day. But
If I'm going to be an honest man, I'm with you. This is like maybe 5% different than last time. So I wonder now. We didn't do Scotch on the first one. I was drinking more like Jameson style, like bourbons. I wonder if that has a difference, or that makes a difference.
it could be.
I had one of the new ones, 25 here about a week ago, and I was like, all right, it's all right.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's fine. But if I know it's a cigar that I really like, and I'm just like, it's okay, then to me, that just has to do with the night I'm having.
Yeah.
You know, am I tired? Was it a long day? Was it a long week?
Mm-hmm.
Where am I at? Is this more than what I kind of was expecting? But tonight, on the other hand, I'm finding that I'm really enjoying this cigar. It's been a phenomenal cigar. I mean, with a higher
Fun
rating
smoke.
than I would have even had like a week ago.
Okay, right on. I'll say that about the Gurkha Ghost. No, sorry, Gee Whiz Ghost. The Gurkha America. I had the Habano probably a couple weeks ago, and I thought it was far greater than the Maduro. And then I smoked it again, and I was like, no, it's not far greater. So it must have just been that day I had it. I was like, dude, this is amazing right now, but it didn't turn out that way.
Any cigar, like you just got these in, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So that could be a big difference.
It actually could be.
Because
Yeah, you should let them rest for a week.
You really
Yeah.
should let them sit in your humidor
Yeah.
for a period of time before you smoke them, because that really will make a difference. So maybe that's why I'm not enjoying this as much. Is
It
because
might be.
It, you
hasn't
know,
settled down yet, yeah.
Who knows how long they were in shipment? Who knows, like, when they're in the warehouse, like,
Yeah.
how they're keeping things going.
I will
So,
say this though, we're not off par. These did not burn very
evenly.
no, sorry, back up. They didn't burn unevenly. Like when you get a cigar that's like boat tailing it, like it is not ready. Like it hadn't been humidified very well, or there was a problem in the shipping. These have burned pretty good. I fixed mine up once, so I'm gonna say that these were ready, but I think you're right. They needed to kind of settle down for about a week.
So, Chris, have you smoked the Gurkha Black Dragon yet?
Damn it. Fuck you, Adam. Okay, I thought that cigar was freaking fabulous. I smoked the heck out of it, and I loved it. Okay.
I have not smoked my.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm happy to.
So-
He does. He disagrees. He did not. He thinks. Right. Am I
The
speaking
Black
for you?
Dragon was underwhelming.
I was expecting underwhelming, and I got overwhelming. I sat there, even with my wife. I was sitting in a truck. I smoked it at nighttime. I was sitting there in a truck, and I'm like, "This is really good cigar,
I
dude."
think that's the problem, though, is the expectation.
Yeah.
You had expectations
Of it being crap.
crappy,
Yep.
And he had expectations of it being great because of a name like
Oh,
Black Dragon,
interesting.
And he was disappointed.
You're right about that.
He told us how disappointed he was, and we heard from other people how disappointed
Yeah.
it was.
Oh, he definitely did.
So we're anticipating something to suck. And then when it's not that bad,
It wasn't bad at all,
you
dude.
can actually give it a...
Okay, so when
a
you
better-
smoke, definitely smoke it before the next podcast. I want to hear what your take is, because I honestly, I smoked it and I wanted another one. I was like, that's a damn good cigar. I'm sorry.
Honestly, I've been putting it off because you guys said it sucked so bad. And
I know, I almost
other
did too.
things that I'd rather
Yeah,
smoke,
no,
I haven't
smoke
smoked it yet.
that.
And it's a big cigar. Does
It
it burn
is.
fast? Or
Actually, I thought it was gonna burn. No, here I am talking up that cigar, because it was super light, and when I smoked it, it didn't burn fast. No, it didn't. Not as fast as it should have.
Well, we're coming close to the end, and we're already at over an hour 30. So let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that the flavor notes were there. It's definitely a full flavor cigar. The pepper notes are good. The burn, the draw, everything's good. I'm going to go ahead and give this like a 91.
91. All right, there it is. This is such a fun cigar. I have to give it extra points because of the presentation.
I agree.
Nailing the box down, putting it in 7-packs like Dynamite. I mean, that is so fun. Then you pick it up and you smoke it. It's a dense cigar. It took us an hour and a half. We're talking though, but it is. It's an hour and a half cigar. It's a 6x60. It's got that Maduro. I'm going to give this a 94. I loved it.
This is definitely a full-bodied cigar. Strong notes, strong leather with a little bit of a hint of something sweet, molasses at the end. There's different times where you get the pepper. The pull was perfect. The presentation was amazing. Between the coming out looking like a stick of dynamite to the box that it's in that is, traditional, looks like, something dynamite would come out of. It smoked really well. I only had to touch it up a couple times. I really enjoyed it. I'm giving it a strong 93.
I will
Fantastic.
actually bump it up one notch just because I didn't mention the presentation. Yes, this is a very cool presentation. Like, to do unique. Yes, it's only
Yeah.
a 14 count box, which, kind of sucks. Like if you're actually buying a full box, you're looking for something at least 20 sticks or more. But for the presentation alone, it deserves a little.
If you buy a box of these, you bring it home and show people. Who cares if it's 20 count, 10 count? It is nice, and it's funny though because it's a thick box. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but that's probably 3 inches. You would think there'd be 24 cigars in those. A box that size usually is 24. So it's the presentation is just really cool. It's just very neat,
Well,
very
you got
different.
to figure though, with it being in
Yeah,
a roll,
yeah.
so it's technically 3 layers thick of cigars.
Yeah, they
versus
bundle 'em,
A
yeah.
typical flat box.
Totally.
is two cigars
Absolutely,
deep.
absolutely. And that if you open a box of Dynamite, that's kind of what it looks like. They're in packs like that, and they're all twined together. It's neat. So, anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for bringing the pairings. I think all 3, Singleton,
Glenmorangie
12, and
Colonel E.H. Taylor.
Taylor. Very good pairings. I would suggest any one of those. And thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks, guys.
So I will say we did get a nice little gift from our buddy Roger. So we have another podcast coming up here soon.
Right on.
He sent us his house stick Habano. So I'm looking forward. I actually smoked one of them, and it was a very smooth, enjoyable cigar. So we will be doing another podcast here soon on that as well.
Let me add to that. Habano is the flavor of the year. So 2025, Caldwell Cigars coming out with a Habano. Gurkha's coming out with a Habano. Everybody's coming out with a Habano. So Habano is the year of Habanos, guys. Enjoy. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good night.